We're live. Hello, people.
Hi.
Hello.
Kenshin
Hello.
peeps. It's been a while, hasn't it?
A long while.
All right, so like usual,
An
we'll
extremely long while.
wait for some people to pop in. Let us know if audio is coming out good for you guys. And then we can commence.
Yeah. I got the poster on the side. That's nice.
All right. Yeah, so that's why I told you I got the overlay changed. A
Oh,
little bit
that
to
I
make
thought
it
you
look
meant
a
like the
little-
preview thumbnail. Okay.
No. Well, the thumbnail also looked a little different too. So
This looks
Let's
cool.
see, who do we got here? Raptor09, hello. Samuel G2000, Garyzilla 2002, DJC, Daniel Rocha. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. All right. Yes, Kenshin, we're not dead, people. Kenshin is still
Yeah.
here.
We told you.
Oh. Are you all shy, by the way? So why are you not showing your faces? I'm the only one showing my face
Oh,
here.
I
What's
just
going on?
look like crap today.
I'm trying to get my laptop set up. Hold on.
Well,
Nico,
yeah,
come on.
Nico's got his
I'm on my phone.
Oh,
they're on the
okay.
phone.
You slackers.
Slackers.
I don't have the blur feature, that's why.
Oh, that's all right. All right. Okay. Again, yeah, chat. Let us know if audio's coming clean, if you can hear us well.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's coming back.
Okay, I'll just put that in the chat too. Just
Finally, after all these years.
goat leg. Yes, I know. Again, like I said, we're not dead. We're still here.
I
We're
thought we
alive.
made it abundantly clear we're going on a hiatus last time.
Yeah. For sure. Well, not really a hiatus. It's more just we're just quietly
Taking a
working.
break.
Yeah.
There's Vinny. Now we can see his face.
I'm on my phone, so I'm like,
Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, okay. So I think we're good. We can probably start about. Well, let's give it maybe another 30 seconds. Well, then it'll be 3 minutes in, so that'll be probably good enough time. So,
Nico, you good?
there
Hey,
it
yeah.
is.
Hey.
There's
Yeah,
the man.
yeah.
Myth.
Well, I guess you guys will be looking at the back of the batteries and all the other stuff now.
Okay.
Community meeting featuring Duracell. Sponsored by Duracell.
Hopefully we don't get sued for that.
No. Can we get a sponsorship? Let's email them.
Yeah, I was about to say, do we get
Kenshin
sponsored?
Studios get a sponsorship. Get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here. All right. Okay, so yeah, this community meeting is going to be a lot of catching up with you guys, letting you guys know where we've been, how things have been at the studio. Obviously, things have been very quiet. The only thing, so the last community meeting was about a year ago, literally like almost a few days off, like January 12th was the last community meeting last year. So it's been crazy, but the only big thing last year for us was the Zone Fighter collab. That was pretty much it. And that was, yeah. So we have a few things that we can discuss here. But I guess while we're also still waiting for a few more people, how has everyone been in the studio, in the team? Like, how have you guys been since the last community meeting?
Where do we start? Who do we start with?
I don't know. Whoever wants to start first. Don't be shy. It's okay.
Wait, like each of us, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like how has it been? Let our audience know how you guys have been since then.
Okay, I'll get mine out of the way. I'm officially a hurricane survivor.
Yeah, you went through
Yeah.
that.
Well, I should not like even say that half jokingly. I've known some people who've lost everything. I just say that like because it fucking threw a wrench in every part of life for me. It just like mentally, there's like nobody could work during that time, and it was just terrible. I tried not to make it a complete waste of time. I pulled out my little. I bought like when I got out of town, we finally like they opened up one of the roads, the interstates that didn't have a landslide. I went to the store on the way up to my aunt's, and I got a little sketchbook and I started storyboarding for the film. So it wasn't a complete waste of time. But for like 3 months, that was all I had really, because power was shoddy. We didn't even have water till like November, December. So yeah, crazy stuff on my side. But things have calmed down, and it would have been more of a colossal waste of time if we were like just starting animation and stuff like that. But luckily, that's not what we've been just doing pre-production this past year. So we finished the script. I guess we can say that, right, Nico? Yeah, and
Yeah.
we were pretty proud of where that's at, and we've started storyboarding. We've gotten 3D models started. We're working on some more. I don't know how much I want to say. We're working on future stuff for it to, maybe show
Yeah, we'll
maybe
go in more depth about the fan film later.
But I don't want to go over everything while we're just supposed to be catching up. So
Yeah.
somebody else take over.
All right, Brandon, you go.
All right.
Putting you on the spot.
At least one of us has to. I've just been more or less just been working a lot. Trying to work has been kind of crazy a little because I've been working morning shifts and night shifts at the same time. So I just been up and up early, sleeping, and then going back to sleep in the afternoon. But other than that, I just been working on the storyboard a little bit here and there, like the bits and pieces I can get out because because of the hiatus. I was going like, I don't have to go too in depth with it yet until like we're all ready. But I've been working on like little stuff, a little something here and there. I mean, I'm just doing nothing on my downtime, so that's all. I'm going like, that's all I can do for now. So there's that, and but other than that, yeah, I just been working a lot and just doing the storyboarding a little bit here and there, just to pass the time. But I want to get back into doing that mode anyways because the hiatus does kind of okay, it's a pause button, but I need to get back into working mode, which is hard enough as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Vinny, let's go with you.
I'm probably in a positive mood lately. Finally got the main title of a Return of Godzilla release recently.
That was
So
fantastic,
that really
by the way.
put a there you go. I want to say right now that's not going to be the only theme from that movie that I'm going to be working on. Like I'm not just I'm going to be working on a couple of other things from that movie because when I'm in the mood of something, like when I finish them, I'm just like I'm still fresh in it, so I just want to keep at it until it just wears out. So
You also
there's
released
that.
the tracks for the Zone Fighter
Yeah.
collab, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Probably release those all at the same time because why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally got that out. Work's been dying down a little bit through the winter, a little less hours, so I get more time to do music lately. So there's that. Been cooking a lot more. So it's just overall been a good year. And hopefully this full year will be just as good.
Yeah. All right, Nico.
So, I have moved. I'm no longer at where my old background was, all LEDs, and you see the bed in the background. I moved. I no longer live in the same place. I had replaced my own now. That's the biggest change. For me, my computer broke too. So that's also kind of why I'm a little down on my laptop.
The curse begins.
Oh yeah, it only happens when we start working.
It doesn't begin; it persists. It just carries over from one person to another. That's how it works. Hopefully, I can get that fixed relatively soon. I'm supposed to be taking it tomorrow to get it fixed. So hopefully, when that's finally fixed, up and running, I will be back streaming again. I guess that's a big thing for me. I like to stream a lot more. I like that's my form of communication or form of communication. That's what I like to do in my off time. And yeah, I guess that's really all. That's the biggest thing. I moved. My computer's broken, so that's why I haven't been, out and about recently, uploading videos or streaming and such. So,
All right.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, life's been busy over here too. Just being, I don't know. I don't really have much to say because I've already said a lot in other past streams and whatnot, and I'm really tired actually of talking about the last few months.
Oh.
I'm just ready to, what?
I was able to meet up with Sean.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's right. You lucky.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
Me and Sean were actually able to meet up in my new hometown, home city, home base, and have a lunch. Very productive, very good.
We've always been able to do
Oh,
it.
nice.
We just finally did it, and so now
Mhm.
we gotta make it so we do it every time we're in the same place.
So, Sean, let the
Yeah.
people know, the team know, and the people know how your first Permantes experience was.
There's this thing called a Reuben, and it's huge, and it was
Oh, yeah,
kicked my
good.
ass.
Oh no, Vinny, it has French fries on it.
It's got French fries. It's got there was some other stuff on there that like it was good. It's just I knew if I asked what it was, I probably would have a harder time eating it. So it was good, and I told my dad afterwards, and he was really proud of me. So, anyways, it was a fun outing, and yeah, I definitely want to hang out anytime we get the chance from now on because I feel like that was a missed opportunity every time I go up there. So, yeah.
Agreed. So, everyone else here, when are you guys coming?
I have no idea. I'd love to though. One day.
I'm all the way in Connecticut. I don't know how far that is.
Well, don't dox yourself, but I mean, which side of America? I guess you can say that.
The northeastern side, far
Yeah.
near New York and Boston, that far.
If you're like more western of the Western Hemisphere, it's gonna take a while. If you're more eastern of the Western Hemisphere, then like not that far.
Try to figure it out, people. Oh, all right.
I was
Well,
about to say if you're from Canada, then I could just drive up there. I don't care.
Listen, you can drive wherever your heart desires. I could drive to Argentina if I wanted to. Probably not.
probably not.
I definitely don't want to.
How badly do you want to hang out with your friends? That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe you guys come here. I don't know. Jeez. Maybe
Where?
you guys drive
Well,
everywhere.
actually, don't answer that.
Where's here?
I think the internet knows.
Are you like in the
I think
northwestern half of the Western Hemisphere, or like where's here?
it's a mystery. It's all here.
Hey, it's D-Man.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Look who's in the chat
Hey,
here.
what's up, man?
Long time
Hi,
no
D-Man.
see. I haven't heard from you in like what? I think the last time I talked to D-Man was like what, 2021? We did like a collab or something. Oh yeah, it was the jokes video. Godzilla jokes video, I think. Or something like that. I don't know. That was the last time. Goodness. Wow. All right.
Yeah, hi, D-Man.
What's up?
Your
Damn it!
biggest
I
fan.
can't. My laptop. I can't even see chat.
I can't even see chat. Oh,
Being
Neos
stupid.
is in here. Neos Gamer, yep, or Neos Cyber.
There we go.
Okay. Did you change your name, Neos? Used to be Neos Gamer, right? I don't know. Now it's
It absolutely was Neos Gamer.
yeah. How's the and there's Godzilla. Yeah, you can't have Neos without
Yeah,
Godzilla
you're
Reader in
late.
here.
I'm not repeating what happened. Nobody's repeating what happened to them.
No, we're good. Yeah, we're good. if you want to watch the very beginning, then you have to watch the archive. Yeah, but okay, so let's get on to what's going on. So yeah, as you guys can tell, it's been a while. Last community meeting was about a year ago. So in that last community meeting, we did talk about how we're going to be, pretty quiet under the radar, working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes. We've changed a little bit of the mindset in the studio of how we do things, instead of like what we used to do, where literally like we would post, let's say during the chaos days, we would post stuff like all the time. So like, oh, a teaser here, teaser there, and like all this stuff. But now we're kind of doing the inverse. We're now being very quiet until we have something that's like actually big to share. For instance, it was what was when did we posted the fan film poster, it was on Godzilla's birthday. That's right.
Yeah.
So that was like a big thing, because we finally got the title for it, and Sean made a cool render of the poster, so we put it together, and then boom, that was something big, right? So yeah, and until we get a little bit more, obviously we'll talk a little bit about it in this community meeting, but we have made progress obviously in the fan film, and we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about sort of the post Zone Fighter collab era. I don't know what you want to call it, just time wise. And then also the Rise is another, the other project that we're sort of kind of in waves about. But but again, we're not dead. We're here. Kenshin Studios is still we're still in operation. We're not like dead channel or anything. It's just that we're just working behind the scenes very quietly on stuff, and whenever we announce something, we want it to be like meaningful. So but DJC, I remember you actually yesterday when I was in the Louis Duran stream. I recognize you there. So okay, so let's first talk about the Zone Fighter collab. So because that's like the latest thing. No, DJC, not really 3 projects in development, Hal. No. One of them is done, the Zone Fighter thing. I would say the Rise might be in development hell, but the fan film is not. Fan film is like...
This was always the plan for the fan film, really.
Yeah.
To take our time with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Zone Fighter went very well, and very, very clean production, super quick too, I think. I mean, how long was the whole production? I mean, we pretty much...
It was like 6 months of animation, like on the side while we were doing everything else, and then
right.
and then
it went
6
from
months of storyboarding and then stuff like that. So that's what I think, if I had to guesstimate.
Because we all came together of like August last year.
Yeah, I think so.
2023, and then kind of came up like a timeline of when to get everything finished, and it's probably like 6-8 months.
Yeah,
so sound about right.
I really like working on that, because even when like life was getting tough, it was just something we were doing for fun, and because of that, I think it turned out really well.
Yeah. I mean, it was something that we wanted to do with Jake, the Daikaiju Legends team, for super long time. I mean, I even think
literal years.
I even think like when we saw them, I don't know if it was even with Wrath of the Hybrid premiere, we were already talking about something that we wanted to do with them. And then like I remember 2019 during like Artist Alley, Nico, when we were there, like I think when we met up with them a little bit, we like, hey, we got to do like some kind of Kenshin Daikaiju Legends collab or something like that. So it's been a long time coming, and I'm so happy that we're actually finally able to do something with it. So but I think super proud of it. Again, like Sean said, super laid back production, wasn't really that hectic crazy. I mean, I really enjoyed it. There were a lot of fun little there's like an Easter egg at the end, for those of you who know.
you know.
And we got to show off the brothers, which I thought was really great. I mean, I felt like when we put them in the last episode of Kenshin Chaos, I felt like it was kind of this, it's cool that we had the models, and it was like, but then we're like, that was kind of it. We don't really have anything else. And so having them be a part of that Zone Fighter special, you got to sort of see, how they were. So, Godzilla Reader, though not going to lie, I was mostly hoping for a Zone Fighter versus Kudajira special. I mean, it in the future, potentially, maybe. I'm not saying anything now, but I mean, there's totally space for that fight to happen in the future. So, but I think it was just a mixture of us having those characters available, and we wanted to use them in something, and then finally getting a hold of Jake and his team to actually do something. So they were like, okay, it's time. Put those two together.
It was also just nice to work on something animation wise that while we were in the earlier pre-production, like scripting for the fan film, and there's nothing going on for that. So
And I
we
think
made use of
also,
time.
having a break from Kutajira was nice too. I mean, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, his model towards the end of Kenshin Chaos, like I knew like Ultimo was so tired of it, so like I knew it was kind of time to retire him anyways. But
Oh
not
yeah.
him as a character entirely, but that specific model, we're definitely he's done.
Mhm.
So the
Mhm.
next time you see Kutajira in terms of like a visual way, he could be totally different looking. Who knows? But yeah. So yeah, what I mean, the rest of the team, like, what do you guys think with Zone Fighter, the collab? Like, what do you guys think? We'll start with Brandon. We'll just go down the line here.
Starting from the end.
Yeah.
It was. I liked the project, and I'm not gonna lie, that was like the fast. One of the what was I gonna say? I don't know. I lost my train of thought. That's what happens if you work a lot.
Easy
Oh,
production. Is that what you were trying to say?
huh?
Like easy production, kind of.
Oh well,
Nice.
it was an easy production, and it pushed, and especially with the modeling part, it pushed me to my limit of not my limit, but it pushed me further down to a whole new spectrum. I did not know I had the ability to. I was literally going like, yeah, I could totally do the human model. I never done a human model like slightly ish before, so I was like, I think I could do this. I think I could do this. Oh, I got this. And then I was like, I don't know if I got this. The eyes look wrong. The texture looks wrong. Why does he look like he has a Joker face on? No.
I think it looks. I think there's a lot of production value you gave it for the amount of screen time that he had.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was, and then I not unfortunately, I had to literally, like, I was so drawn to it and I worked on it for so long that I literally had to like enlist some of my friends just to look at it for me, and my parents and my partner to look at it for me just to see like, hey, can you look at this for me? Can you tell me what's wrong with this?
Mhm.
And they're all saying like, what's that thing over his lip? I was like, that's supposed to be 5 o'clock shadow, right, dude? He goes, it looks stupid. Get rid of it. I was like,
Get
oh,
rid of it.
okay. And I love my friends. I love how literally blunt honest they are, but it's all in a good way. That I
Yeah.
showed him the other version. It's like, you did good. I love it. So
Yeah.
I luckily had everybody in my life, and I think I showed you guys as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm lucky I had you guys, my friends, everybody to help me with that, because like I said, I never done a human model before, but I think it came out pretty well with the time span that I had.
If
And
that was real quick, just want to praise you for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
If that is your first human model you've ever made, I just want you to say you've done
Pretty darn
very,
good.
very well. Because
Thank
I've
you.
seen
Right.
I've tried to make human models, and like I wouldn't even show them to you guys, like that. So you've done a remarkable job. I think. You're going places if that's your first model.
That is I'm not gonna lie, that is my first human model. Somebody said like, oh, you should do more of that. It's like, I am literally trying to, but I cannot escape monsters, creatures, and I'm going like, maybe I should put down my resume. Maybe I should just put down creature designer,
Yeah,
and
that's the
then
thing.
I just have the one human
Yeah,
model
I mean
there.
that's a skill.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
man.
speaking
It
of
is a skill.
creature
It is.
designers,
That is
purple
a
Violi is here. In chat.
But other than
Oh, is that-
that,
oh,
the
okay.
what's wrong? Violi? What's happening?
Sorry, I
Move.
didn't mean to interrupt. I just want to point that out before I
No,
forgot.
Slightly
no, it's all
purple.
right.
Yeah.
Slightly, yeah.
Cool.
He's
Hello.
our modeler right here, or one of
Yeah.
our modelers right now.
Yo.
Yeah, we'll get into his
Um,
stuff soon. So
Yeah.
And then the storyboarding, I like it. I could have improved upon it, but that probably won't be until like further in the future. I mean, actually, why not now anyway? But anywho, I could have improved upon it. Like, did little bit of stuff here and there. I even did like a test thing, and I was like, wow, this test thing looks better than what I had before. So at least there's that, and I'm coming into terms with that. I'm going like, okay, maybe 3D won't help me with everything, but it will get me to a good place for a while until I'm ready.
Yeah. No, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vinny, what do you experience with Zone Fighter collab?
It was a laid back, fun ride. You know, I had a lot of fun with the project. It was very challenging to do some original work again, like with the Wrath of the Hybrid. So
Mhm.
instead of just like remaking stuff, I could just add some of my flair to it and just go with the flow in terms of fun. Yeah, Jake was awesome. Jake and the crew, gotta love them.
Oh
Can't get
yeah, man.
enough. There's
Yeah.
fun to work with. Um, yeah, it was just. Uh, I mean, I was kind of the same boat with Brandon, like in terms of just like if I wanted to add something here and there, is like my mind just kept saying, "Oh no, I could add this instead," and at the same time, like that I needed to get stuff finished, you know, because I would hold myself back, and I'm like, "No, no, no, we need to get this done now." So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what you do when you get creative. So you just like
Yeah.
come up with a whole bunch of ideas, and you just go with what works. So, but yeah, it was great. You know, I enjoyed it. If we ever do it again, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Easily. Don't know, no hold bars.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sean, what did you think?
I really enjoy like same as Brandon Vinny was saying, like it has pushed me a lot. This was my first time doing like humanoid action. Um, Everything else has been monsters. I'm like I mean I don't even consider myself like more of like a professional animator. I'm a professional compositor. So even as far as uh animation is concerned, I do less of that than I do uh compositing. But this I felt very proud of what I was able to do for the fights. This was my first time ever filming reference for animation. I'll have to. I thought about. I don't know. I don't know if anyone wants to see it, but I've thought about maybe like sending or maybe making a video of me doing all my failed outtakes of the.
Oh, dude,
Uh,
I want to see that.
I really want to
is,
see
Yeah.
that.
there's a video of me like backing up, like whatever it was. It was and I just fell over completely, and because it was just I don't have a tripod. I got none of that. I just got my phone and my brother holding a camera and laughing at me, and me and my PJs just doing like fight. And it's just I don't know. It might be something I regret later down the line. But anyways, that was the first time I've ever done that, and um, similarly to just the same way storyboards have changed the game, so has filming reference because
Mhm.
there was this one bit in there that I thought on it, like beyond the fights, beyond the visuals and the rendering, the thing I thought that was going to be the hardest thing to pull off, I got done probably like a month into the production, and it was the rock paper scissors fight.
Mm,
And I just don't know how you do that and make it look. And I was actually really proud of how that bit came out. It
yeah.
felt kind of realistic. So, um, I feel like I've unlocked a new skill in a video game or something.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
I
Can I just
remember.
say one thing? Yes, I agree that I was looking at the animation process. I was like, oh my gosh, he just increased his skill.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was like Super Saiyan 1 going up to 3. It's like, holy crap,
Yeah.
where did 2 go? But
Yeah.
dude, the animation was so smooth. I have never seen a smoother animation in my whole entire life.
Aw, dude. Yeah.
Uh,
Real quick, I also had my friends help me like they were critiquing it too, you know. So same way as you said you had critique, they were critiquing it, and a lot of them, since a lot of some of the style of fighting we would do was kind of like Dragon Ball,
Mm.
related. I had one of my best friends who's a Dragon Ball fan. Give me like I said, give me some of your reference as far as like how that impact should go or whatever, and he gave me some. So,
Nice.
but anyways, just wanted to mention that.
I remember, and after the rock paper scissors game, you showed it. I think everyone said, "Yeah, yeah, it looks great." So we moved on. I want to say like a month or two later, I looked at it and I read the script. I'm like, I think these characters are
yeah.
backwards. And you were like, and you're just,
Oh,
I just remember like, oh shit.
that's right.
We swapped the characters, but then the character who was originally supposed to win lost in like proper rock paper scissors.
That's true.
And it was we just at that point we just had to create our own lore. Just be like, okay, this means different than this in their universe. Like that's what it is. That's the reason. That is the canon reason. There will be something about it eventually.
You can either interpret it as that's the reason, or the blue guy is just really, really dumb.
I like to think of it as Daya. That he even though he lost, he still was like, no, I won. I'm good. Like I want to fight him. You know. So yeah. Oh man. Yeah. But
that was like. Yeah. It was like Nico was like, "Hey, can I pull you into a meeting later?" I'm like, "What's wrong?" And then it's like, "Oh," and then I wish it was something that's this was worse. That means I have to redo something, you know.
Yeah. Oh, no. But no,
that was funny. Yeah.
I'll say, Sean, on the animation. I mean, it's like. Again, having your animation return after a long time in the studio, I mean, because the last thing you did for us before this was the episode 3 of Kenshin Chaos, and to have your style of animation return was just it was so like cathartic to see. Like, I was just like, yes, like this is great, and just the fact, I mean, like, and again, like it just looked so cinematic and movie-like, and just the smoothness of it. With, I mean, like the human animation, like, dude, you knocked it out of the park when it came to that. So
I was
glazing me up here.
Scared of that. I was like, oh my god,
you guys are glazing me up.
Oh man, it's true.
It looked
yeah. So, Nico, what'd you take away?
Honestly, my big takeaway was the flexibility of honestly scheduling out big like meetings and writing sessions towards the beginning. I know because even right now to do this community meeting, it takes some like further scheduling out.
Yeah.
Because you guys were involved in the meeting last week. I wasn't able to attend that. I had something pop up, but we had the meeting last week, and then we all came together and got a time together to do the community meeting, which you guys are watching right now. So honestly, at that point, getting Jake involved, and honestly, just the flexibility of it, being able to work with Jake and everyone else on the script, I thought that was a really cool idea because one, I'm not very familiar with Zone Fighter. Like that's Jake's expertise. He understands that character. He did his whole world building surrounding Zone Fighter, and that was fantastic. Getting his input on everything, and kind of having him throw his opinions on certain parts of the script. And I really enjoyed trying to build the characters, the brothers, Kodotami, Daiha, and Azamuku. I was really happy to challenge to try to build them up because we've never used them before. This is brand new. They need personalities. They need the way they act a certain way. We had to go find voice. We had to go find voice actors, and I thought the voice actors did a fantastic job. And that was that was the first time in an extremely long time we had to go dig and find some voice actors.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fantastic. It was really cool.
They killed it. You too.
Yeah.
I was giving Nico when we met up. Like, by the way, just so you know, you killed him.
Yeah.
No. Everett did a fantastic job with Kodotami.
Yeah,
could have asked for a better performance.
Yeah.
And then Terrence, I forget his YouTube channel. Please, Chris, when this is up, please put his YouTube channel in once I find it.
Okay.
Once I remember what it is. Oh, Spawn Jr. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, Spawn Jr. Oh, okay, Terrence. However you know him, he was the voice of Zu Azamuku, the Blue Brother. Fantastic job. I was very pleased with that, and then it was cool. Trying out voice acting on my end too. Yeah, that's just kind of my end of it. Just the flexibility of everything, everyone working collectively, and being able to get it done just under a year is fantastic. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Spawn Junior 54. Yes, thank you, DJC.
Yeah. I like the DJC. Hollywood should be hiring with you guys. Well, thank you. If only.
I agree with him. I agree with DJ.
Yeah, my takeaway is that I didn't it was interesting because the early process of it, I actually didn't have a lot of involvement with the script writing. Like I remember Nico, we did have a call where you did talk to me about like the early concept of it, like Zone Fighter doing a training battle with the brothers, and like that was like the first early bit of it. But then when it came to like the actual script writing, I think I just got so busy and I just wasn't able to attend those things. But it was okay because and this goes for the fan film as well that's coming, but I'm just so like super impressed with Nico and Sean and like the writing skills that you guys have done now with when it comes to writing the scripts and how they evolve and everything. Like I just think it's so cool to see, and like, and especially Nico, because I've known you the longest, and you know I remember just like World Apocalypse days and Return to Space Godzilla days with script writing. Like you've improved and grown so freaking much since those days, and it's just awesome. But so it was interesting not really being involved in that aspect, but I do remember then I get to put my producer hat on and then being more involved later on with when the animations started to come in and all that, getting like the storyboards and everything, and that was such a cool process to see just evolve as it went. I mean, Brandon,
You were also a video editor.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was gonna get to that. Yeah, but like Brandon, you knocked out of the park with the storyboards and the idea that being able to see the storyboards and then handing them down to Sean and having it be like where he's able to where he says like it's just so helpful, like that's so cool to see, you know, like because I remember Wrath of the Hybrid where it was literally just here's the script, have fun, just see what you can do. Like there was no
Just insert
context.
right here.
Yeah, so
we just gave them ideas like, okay, we kind of know what we want here. We'll give you like the spark notes of how you do it, but the filler, just do it yourself.
Yeah, just
like
do it yourself.
you got it. It's easy.
And then so
just creative freedom at that point.
Yeah, and so that was really that was cool to see. Like just I think from my perspective as just like a producer and like somewhat co-director, just being able to see my team have an easier time work on something that was super like just it felt great, you know. I was like yes, like we're going, you know, we're not struggling, you know. So and then yeah, and my biggest part doing the editing, the sound editing and just putting the thing together, like I haven't done sound editing since Wrath of the Hybrid, and so it was like after Wrath of the Hybrid I told myself I really wouldn't ever do that again because it was so tedious, and I'm not that, I feel like I'm not that good at it because for me, I think I overthink with like what stuff needs sound effects and what stuff doesn't. And whether it's like, I think for me, it's like the Foley stuff, like whether it's characters' movements and like what could that sound be, or like just like, I don't know, just so many stuff, footsteps and things like that, and swooshing, whooshing sound effects too. It's like, oh my God. But you know, putting it together, and then of course Sean coming in with the final edit of it just put it all together and it made it sound amazing. But I had a lot of fun putting it, and I think it was easier too because it was a short, like it wasn't like an hour long, so it was for me in terms of workload it was a lot easier. I didn't feel super overloaded with it because it was, you know, a quicker production. But that was fun though, being able to do the audio again for it. But yeah, I think overall it was a really good thing, and I think that a lot of us feel, even though 2024 was super light with content, in fact pretty much like super light with content, I think the fact that we were still able to put that out, I think was like awesome, you know. Let's move on to the next thing. So the Rise. Nico, I'm going to let you take over with this one because it's kind of in a weird spot, and I know that you're the one that pretty much has all hands on with it, so you take it over.
Mm-hmm. So currently at this point in time, Chris, you were right, it's in production hell, but that's because like you're waiting on stuff from me. It seems like everything else from is together except the stuff that is that I need to take care of. My computer is broken, so I'm trying to figure stuff out. You know, the holidays are done, so I'm getting back in the swing of things, trying to get my computer fixed. What all can I do with the current setup I have now? And I definitely I believe I can get this the Rise done and finished. At least what I have to complete. Probably what's today? But next month.
Mm.
So I guess Chris, from your standpoint, expect to see parts from my end being sent out to you, uploaded to Google Drive and such. And yeah, I'm really excited for it. Yes, it's been in production hell for reasons that are out of my control,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But no, I'm really excited. It's definitely going to bring definitely get insight on characters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much we revealed. I can't remember because it's been a while.
It
But
was really just that
no,
teaser.
I am.
It was like one of the. It
Yeah.
was one of the scenes where the character was talking to Kutajiro.
Yep, and that's
Yeah.
all they get.
That's all.
They're
they
not
get.
getting anything else until we announce a release date. They don't know. They don't get to know what it's
Don't
really
get to
about.
know. And then we have Godzilla
No.
Reader over here, skeptical. Don't know if I'll be okay with Kutajiro literally talking.
You don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
You're gonna take your
no.
Kenshin content and you're gonna like it. Okay.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna see. You know, people. The saying goes, "Oh, you could take a horse. You could guide a horse to the trough, but you can't make it drink." No, I'm taking the trough and putting it down your throat. That is what's happening. You don't have a choice.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I think
but
you
yeah.
know it'll be something different for sure. I think it's the biggest experimental thing that we've done, and I'll be very curious, like when it is finished, you know how it'll be received and like what people will think about it. And I think a lot of it's going to depend on, in terms of the reception of it, will depend on the future of the project. Like if we will continue to move forward with it, or if it'll be something where it's like, it wasn't, you know, it either wasn't received well or whatever, and we do something else. But I think at least for the story that's being told and how really how Nico has written it in a way where it just introduces this really cool universe and really cool characters, and just how we're implementing it with Kutajiro, I think is very different, but I think unique and cool. So I'll be very excited to see you know how it'll be received, but with that. So okay, now let's move on to the big one, the fan film, which now has the name Godzilla Affinity. The poster that you guys are seeing on the side, that is the official poster, or at least I guess for now. You know,
It's an official poster. It's
And-
yeah, an official poster.
Yeah. So yeah, but so Sean, let's give it on to you. So yeah, what do we got?
So first, I pointed out earlier, Chad. I don't know if they're still here, but purplish or slightly purplish. They made.
Is that slightly purplish?
Wait,
Texting.
you hear my phone ding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was just something else. Anyways, they made the model you're seeing on the screen. We are so happy with what they have made. I literally could not have asked for a better, like everything. Like we've had meetings before. Like here's what like a wish list of things we want for our models, and he delivered on all of them. Like as far as like me, at least the design, the texture quality, the retopology, everything so good. And he's been making models for us, like, and yeah, I just want to point that out because I literally I was telling Chris the other day, like I'm still geeking out about it. Like, there's so many things like we can do with this facial expressions with this model. The facial expression capabilities are endless with this. Anyways, the script is done. It's still in kind of a loose state, but we've just decided to put our pencils down and say this is good. We like it where it is. We can tell a story with this. And we've had someone look over it and give suggestions in the future in case we decide to change things. Me and Brandon were originally gonna start storyboarding earlier, but then just life got in the way. Like I got hit by a hurricane, and then so things just slowed down. But now we're starting that back up. I'm trying to get my sketchbook, not scanned, but I guess turned into digital drawings so they'd be easier to look at.
digitized it.
Digitize them. I don't. I'll say this: we wanted to make a teaser video for Godzilla's birthday. Or well, I don't even know if it was just for Godzilla's birthday, but we just wanted something else instead of the poster.
Mhm.
I made that just because we just got the model during that time and we were so happy with it, and we decided to start experimenting. But I mean, you guys might see. We wanted to reveal the title with something else, like a video,
not just the poster.
you maybe will. I still have we have a version of it, but it's with a different name, so maybe I'll change it up a little later. So don't get your hopes up, but that could be a thing. What else is there? I mean, I wish I could tell you more. It's just we have so many. There's so much potential still. Like even though things have been slow, there's so much great potential with this, and I can't wait to get back to working on it. Like as starting the grind again with the animation. It's too early to say, of course, when we will have anything like real to show about for, or even well, obviously a release date is out of the question right now. I mean, I guess we can say this: we are kind of looking for voice actors. I mean, that if not like this isn't like a casting call, but just to show where we are.
Chat, relax. This is not a casting call.
Yeah, this is not a casting call, but like to tell you where we are with things. Right now, like we want to make storyboards, we want to make animatics, and sometimes it'd be nice if there was some voices maybe go along with that. That's where we are with things. So, am I forgetting something?
I think without spoilers, Sean, I think in terms of the models, I don't think we've actually ever announced that there are like original models that we've commissioned.
Yeah.
So it's not just, it's like if you guys remember a year ago or something like that when we posted the first teaser, like when we announced that we are making a fan film and it was Godzilla 2000, the fire behind him, and it was like a 1-second clip of him roaring.
That wasn't our model.
It's not that model. Like that, it's going to be something even better looking than that.
Yeah.
So that's what also makes this film even extra special, is that the models in it are all original, like specifically made for this movie, and that's how intense we're wanting it to be. So, yeah.
I just real quick, Nico. I know you sent that. I just don't know how to word that without making it sound giving the wrong message. I'll let you call it. You can ask Chris.
Wait, while you guys figure that out.
I can't ask Chris. Chris is sharing a screen.
Don't do anything on my end. I did want to respond to this one comment here. The PMB tube salutations. I'm sorry for already asking this question, but what is the plot synopsis of Godzilla Infinity without spoilers? Of course, is there a way we can do that without?
How about this? Continue doing whatever you're talking about. I think I have something somewhere that I can read. I just want to make sure it's actually exists. So.
Godzilla is in it.
Godzilla's in it.
Oh yeah.
You see, the title is actually just a really big typo. It's actually what it actually is. I don't know. You guys need to hold on to your hats for this, but it's actually Gigantus Affinity.
Yeah,
I mean,
Gigantus
come on.
Affinity.
We all know that Godzilla is just some blow off B movie character. Gigantus, like, come on. Like, let's get serious here.
And I also want to mention, in terms of the voiceover or the voice actors, again, when it comes to that, I want to be very clear, because I know we have a lot of people in the chat, and I know we have a lot of people in the Discord, and also people that have messaged us that
I didn't mean to get people excited.
No, but it's okay, because this is where we can talk. This is our community meeting. This is where we address these things. I'm just gonna be straight up. Like, the level of quality and skill we want is it has to match the level that we are wanting this film to be in terms of quality. Like, we're not going to like Godzilla YouTubers for voice acting. Like we're not going to like Rich Iso or ETN Rob from ETN. Like we're not trying to get like
Cameos.
like
and
cameo
stuff.
voices or whatever. We want it to be authentic to the movie, and we want the voices to fit so that they can serve the movie the best that they can. We don't want it to be this thing where it's like, oh, that's Diego Doom's voice just because it was like a cool thing or a funny thing. Like, and no disrespect to like our past voice actors, like no, the films were what they were when that was in, but again, and it's hard to tell you guys this because you don't know anything about the film, but we do, and it's like I tell you the level that we are trying to raise the bar with the skills. I mean, like again, you guys remember, you know, every time we did a fan film, it was always leveled up. You know, World Apocalypse was what that was. That was like the basis bottom line that we had. And then Return to Space Godzilla, even though it's dated, but that was still an upgrade, right? And then Wrath of the Hybrid was another upgrade. Kenshin Chaos kind of like in the middle, because it was so weird with different animators. But like, so I don't really consider it. And then like the Zone
I
Fighter
think it was an
special,
upgrade. You guys figured out how to do a pipeline production.
and then like
So-
Zone Fighter is sort of like a mini step up. But I mean, where we are wanting this to go, the vision that we have for this is we want to raise the bar like 100 times. Like we want it to be
Yeah.
the best thing, and we don't want it to be this like, we don't want people to post in the comments like, oh, this was good for a fan film. We want it to be
Yeah.
like, no, this is a good film.
It's film. Yeah.
Like it is still a fan film, but I don't want people to be like, oh, it's just another Godzilla fan film where it's like it's kind of goofy and, you know, the voice acting's kind of campy and, you know, obviously it's made by fans. Like we don't want that stereotype to be
You don't
there.
want those disclaimers there
Yeah.
when you're thinking about the film.
Yeah, we want it
know?
to be something where it's like, damn, that was great, you know? So in terms of the voice acting, trying to tie it back to this, the voice acting has to be where we are needing to find people that are going to fit the roles that it needs to be. And we're going to be very, very picky and very, very like strict with it. Just straight up honest with you guys. And what we will do is that, again, when we post, we will say, hey, we're doing a casting call. Email us with a audition tape or something at this email, blah, blah, blah. You guys will know when we are ready. We are not ready right now, but you will know when we are ready to receive applicants, I guess is the best way to say
Yeah,
it.
we'll make that
Mhm.
clear. Yeah.
So, yeah, just so you know there. Let's see. DJC, I got a question. What is the inspiration of Godzilla Affinity like reference from movies, TV shows, anime, and video games? Let's see. Sean, do you want to tie that question into the synopsis?
I did find the synopsis, and even the most condensed version of it is riddled with spoilers, so I'm not gonna.
Wow. Okay.
Dang, I didn't see that
tell me.
coming.
I'll send it to Nico. Do you tell me if there's a better way I can put this? It's literally from the
Okay.
OG pitch.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it just for me, you could just text me on my phone. That way, it doesn't pop up on the stream. But
I don't have your phone number.
Nico
I
has
don't
my
think.
phone number. So Nico, you look at it first, and then Nico send it to me.
Right, Nico?
Okay. Okay.
Nico,
I told you.
Send it to me. Send it to me.
Send it
through
to Chris.
text.
Send it to Chris.
Send it to me.
I-
through
I'd
text.
be
I can
okay.
do it with
I'm
you.
not, see, the thing is, I can't text it to you because it's through Discord. I have to
Well,
send
no,
a
use it on your
picture.
phone.
copy and
Copy the
paste.
text.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Copy it.
Right. Okay, I didn't. I'm not thinking of. I'm not on my phone is for chat right now. You need to
Okay.
understand.
You're
Chat isn't
fine.
even
I
loading
got
on my
chat. I got
computer.
Okay. Well, I mean, reference like what inspired it. I mean,
I will.
don't
I
know.
will
I don't
say there. I for I will say for one scene, I did send Sean a Dragon Ball Z clip.
oh,
That's
there's been
it.
a few.
Yeah, there's been a few. Yeah, there's been a few scenes of like, oh, this.
Yeah.
And you know what it is?
I think so. It's not coming to me. I apologize.
It's Oolong
Oh, that
wishing.
scene. Yes.
It's
Okay.
it's
yes.
it's Oolong wishing Shenron for a pair of underwear for whatever reason. That's the reference. That's all you guys are getting. That's
Yeah,
the
that's no
most reference
spoilers
you
at
get.
all. It could mean anything.
Chris,
All
did
right.
you get it?
Godzilla wishing
I
for a
haven't gotten
bunch
it
of
yet.
panties.
Okay.
Hold on.
I don't know
I'm
if I
doing it.
should
Hold on.
say even what inspired it because it's not like we're ripping anything off. It's just like I don't want to give any hints.
Let's say we're trying to explore. I have a good way to say this.
Okay.
We're trying to explore ideas and concepts that the Heisei series was trying to get at before it was too late.
Yeah.
Before it wrapped
That's
up.
a good
Yeah.
way of
I
putting it.
just
I think
texted
that's
you, Chris.
So,
by the way,
okay, let me see what this is. Also, while I'm looking at
make sure
this,
you read it out loud so to make sure there's no typos either.
wait, no, because if I do, it's gonna. Don't trick me like that. That's not nice. Don't make me do a Tom Holland.
See, if you
No. Also, DJC. Y'all also made Attack on Kaiju until it got scrapped after episode 1.
Yeah,
Sean,
we're not
I'll
going to
let
talk about that.
Sean doesn't like to talk about it.
It was a project. I'll say this: it was a project I started when I was 14 that I was committed to finishing. I finished it. I didn't like how it turned out, so now it's gone, and we're all moving on with our lives. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. I read it, and it is riddled with
Yeah.
stuff that we
that's it.
shouldn't say yet. So I'm gonna just give me 1 second. I'll get this figured out.
I keep it where you. I like where you had it at, Chris. That's
Well, you don't think you
That's
should
part I
say
like.
anymore that what we're exploring ideas the Heisei series tried to portray, but never really got to
Yeah.
flesh out.
No, I'm trying to figure out something to make the synopsis if I can condense it even further. So let me try
Okay.
to
condense it into one sentence. Oh, actually, that's a good.
That's what I'm gonna try. Yeah, so give me.
I'm gonna have AI do
trying
it.
to-
Oh.
Exactly.
I was going to say
exactly.
something, but I
ChatGPT,
think it's going to
come
sound
help me.
stupid.
Exactly. Give me 1 second. Just trying to.
You want me to send
Okay,
it to
I guess
you,
for some filler,
Brandon?
Huh?
everyone, we're gonna
I'll send
see.
it to you.
We're gonna ask.
Okay.
We're gonna ask
Actually,
Chat
hold on, I'll just put it
GPT
in
who
the
wins in a
depth.
fight.
Don't nobody read this out
Godzilla
loud. I'm just putting it in chat so people
or
can see.
Gigantus.
I can't. I'm not gonna click the button because it'll pop up on the stream.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
No.
thinking.
Oh, shit.
I cropped it out, but like if I were to click on it, our window would show the the thing if that makes sense. Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go ahead.
Can you condense this to one?
I'm watching the stream now. I really hope it's not showing up.
It's not. Trust me, it's not.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, Chat GPT did not work.
God, that's so. Come on, ChatGPT.
It's hard.
Help
I
me out
mean,
here,
there's
man.
not a lot to say about this film other than what you said, Chris. No, all right.
I
I'll
wanna
say
give
this,
them- I
Red
wanna
Reader.
give
It has
them,
nothing
like-
to do with trapped monsters. That's
I
not.
want to give
what we're
them a
talking
little bit. Let's see.
Okay.
Shit. Okay.
I won't. Yeah.
Condense even further. The AI is going to be like, sorry, dude, I don't know what to do for you.
Computer can't do it.
Chat GPT is coming up with crazy things right now. I'm sorry. I need to say this. All right. So to entertain everyone, I asked Chat GPT who wins in a fight, Godzilla or Gigantus. They replied with, "This is an interesting question, but it's worth noting that Gigantus is another name for Godzilla used in the U.S. Release of the 1955 film Godzilla Raids Again. Essentially, they're the same character. The name Gigantus was adopted to market the film differently, but it refers to the same creature with the same abilities." Are you invested at this in this conversation right now? Because it keeps going.
I want to hear what
You're
Chris's.
doing power scaling shit.
No, I'm not. Then I asked ChatGPT, who would you pick?
Oh, who would you pick? Oh,
He
you said
replied
who would
with,
win.
if we're talking about Godzilla versus Gigantus, which is still Godzilla, it had to bring that up again. It had to remind me. I'd say it's a draw, since they're essentially the same character. The fight would be like a mirror match, with both having the same powers, atomic breath, immense strength, and near invulnerability.
Okay, I'm gonna.
And then
No, keep on going.
I have one more follow up. I said give Gigantus a +1 in strength. Who wins then? Chat GPT came up with if Gigantus has a +1 in strength compared to Godzilla, it would certainly make the fight more interesting. But I'd still bet on Godzilla for one key reason: strategy and versatility. Godzilla has proven time and again to be a highly adaptable fighter using intelligence and a signature atomic breath to overcome stronger opponents. Even if Gigantus overpowers Godzilla in raw strength, Godzilla's durability, combat experience, and range attacks would
Okay.
likely give him the edge.
Sean, read that, not out loud, but let me know if that is like the most condensed I could get it.
Yeah.
That's good?
Send that to Nico too.
Okay.
I think that's good. That's about as condensed as it can get.
Here.
I don't mind if people know that.
Okay. All right. So here's the Neos. ChatGPT really said, "Let me give you a whole
Yes,
essay about
yes.
Gigantus."
Yeah. Keep go. Yeah, keep go. That I'm fine with that.
Okay.
But,
So all right.
Yeah.
So you guys ready? You guys ready for a Godzilla
Ready.
Infinity synopsis?
It's very small.
All right. Very small. This is all you get. This is all you guys get until not like the release trailer. Who knows? Okay. Godzilla protects the peace with help from a gifted young ally. So
See, that's so
Yeah.
much like lore right there.
that's all you get.
yeah. That's the whole movie.
That is the
You
whole
guys
bit.
got it. Guys, we don't need a release anymore.
We don't. Yeah, that's
Job's
it.
done.
Now you know.
Yeah, why
Job's done.
bother?
We can go home
Why
now.
bother?
What was that last like 12 months about, man? Just gave it away.
Job was done. We can go home now.
We could go home now. Yeah. All right. Kenshin Studios shutting down. We should close the doors. We're
Okay.
done. We're done.
Yeah.
Don't ask for anything else. We're done.
So yes, that's the synopsis, plus the what I said about the Heisei era kind of thing. So that is what you guys get for Godzilla Infinity. So yes, I guess the other thing is, this is not a spoiler to the movie itself, but it is something also that when it does release, we definitely would love to have it be shown at G-Fest.
Yes.
Like I know that
Oh my God, yes.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
something that I think we need to really make sure. So even going as far as, let's say the film is finished and there's like still months out before G-Fest, we're just gonna hold it so that we can do what we did with Wrath of the Hybrid. Like
Yeah.
I want it to be a super special event because we've worked so hard on it and all this stuff, and we're gonna be super proud of it. So like expect it to be a G-Fest thing, kind of like
G-Fest
the
is
old
the
days.
end game.
Yeah, that's like the super end game. So, and I would pretty much do it the same way we did with Wrath of the Hybrid, where it'll be premiered on YouTube the same time it's being premiered to a live audience. So it's like, that cool stuff. So, yeah.
What does that mean? Like a Comic-Con trailer or first look?
No,
You
no.
mean like in a year before we release it or something, like at G-Fest? Like
I mean, we wouldn't be able to just go to the film festival just to show a trailer. We would have to
No.
probably show something big and then have a trailer before it or something, but
Yeah.
we don't have anything. So I mean,
Yeah.
we're not gonna try to rip old things and try to show it at the film festival now.
No.
I remember a year ago or something, like when Kenshin Chaos finished, I remember us talking about maybe potentially showing Kenshin Chaos at G-Fest, but the time has passed. So much time has passed now between its release, and it just wouldn't be like,
Yeah.
there wouldn't be
Wouldn't
a
hold
reason
up as
to
new.
do it. So,
Yeah.
but no.
Hey, that would have been almost 2 years ago when it finished up. Actually,
Oh, good lord.
Oh, nice.
But it would.
Holy crap, time flies.
Yeah.
We will just post a regular trailer on YouTube when the time comes. So yeah, but okay, so that's pretty much it in terms of caught up stuff. So but we'll leave the rest of the time for Q&A like we usually do. We sort of have like a half hour left for Q&A because I like these to be about an hour and a half. So Acno, we're not gonna. Nope, that's all you get. We said everything we're gonna say about the film. That's all you get. We're not gonna. No. But in terms of the channel itself, again, it's going to be quiet like it has been. But again, trust us that things are moving, and we're just, again, it's one of those things that we would love to be a channel that could post a lot of content and everything. But again, actually, this is another thing. Since we are so quiet and not really posting a lot of stuff, we don't have the Patreon anymore and channel memberships and all that stuff, because we decided, I talked to Nico about this a couple months ago or something like that. It was one of those things where I just couldn't, I didn't feel good that people were paying us money when literally nothing is coming from it. Like I don't, because the fan film money's not being put in. Well, I mean, money's being put into it, but in terms of it's coming out of like our pockets. Like it's not something that, and we weren't making enough ad revenue plus Patreon to make it like an actual feasible thing, So it's
tell me if I'm wrong, but what we were getting would have been like really make no difference than if we just kind of paid it ourselves.
exactly.
It just
wasn't enough to make it like actually worth continuing to keep, and just telling people like, yeah, your money's being invested into good things. It wasn't. So we just decided to cut it off because we just don't want to be responsible for people's money like that. So okay, so yeah, if we do get some questions, we'll answer them here for the remainder of the time. But depending on how long the questions are, will depend on how long we keep this stream going. So but yeah, Acno, that's all you're gonna get the breadcrumbs. Godzilla Reader, next time to Kenshin Chaos Breakdown, more rant on silly Godzilla Reader, my gosh.
Is this like an OC? I don't know about.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to see if maybe we missed anything too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, speaking of which, Godzilla Reader, where is the next Kenshin Breakdown? It's almost been a year, I think, since that thing too. You guys are slacking. Neo's Gamer and Godzilla Reader, you're slacking.
I guess we answered the inspiration question too. So
Yeah, we loosely. Guys, give me more stuff to ask ChatGPT.
No, that's not what we're leaving the rest of the time for. No.
Actually, I am curious though. I wonder if ChatGPT knows who Kudajira is.
That'd be interesting.
Just ask it. Do you know who Kudajira is? That'd be really cool if it
Yeah.
knew.
It probably would, just because it's.
Holy shit! It does.
What does it say?
Wait, hold on. Let me. That is crazy. That is cool though. Yes, Kudajira is a fan created kaiju, and they put in parentheses a fake monster. Okay, no, it's not. It's real. He's real.
Monster.
Anyways, that emerged from creative communities rather than Toho films. The name Kudajira comes from combining kuda, possibly derived from Japanese words like kudasu, meaning to descend, or kuda, meaning tube, and jira, which echoes from Godzilla's naming convention.
Yeah.
While not part of the official canon, Kudajira is often depicted as a sea-themed kaiju resembling a monstrous whale or aquatic creature, playing into its marine-inspired name.
I don't think it knows.
It's popular fan fiction and fan art represents the creativity that Godzilla franchise inspires. If there's specific version of Kudajira you're referring to, feel free to elaborate.
Jeez. Okay, it doesn't know.
All right.
It's just making
it got like the whole backstory of the character right, but not like the canon, but like the canonicity, but not the canon story.
Yeah.
Did not have that.
We do have a question. Daniel Rocha, I'm wondering when the next update for the studio will be like on next time. So, not gonna lie, it could be a whole nother year before the next community meeting. The only things I can foresee this year is something, either the little teaser for Godzilla Affinity in terms of like the title, the thing that we wanted to do earlier, something that way, and potentially the Rise being finished and like released. I would say for 2025, the Rise would be the most likely, I guess, quote unquote, big hitter for the studio for this year. But really everything else, that's kind of it. Because we're trying to, and I know Sean, you actually said this a while ago, but I remember you were already saying like you already have other ideas after this fan film, and we were like, hold on, wait.
Yeah.
So we're obviously we're always thinking of new things we could do, but we're really trying to rein in those ideas and put them on the back burner because it's like we really just want to put all hands on deck for this fan film.
Just one thing. Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, DJC, will there be merchandise from y'all like toys, shirts, mugs, and water bottles? Well, okay, in terms of like merch, like t-shirts and stuff, I'm not gonna lie, we tried the TeePublic thing and no one bought anything, so we just were like, forget it. I guess we're just not that big or whatever. Like it's not.
We do it if people would buy them.
Yeah, like
but
if people
no.
would actually buy it, but we went a whole. I mean, we started the TeePublic thing in 2020 and all the way to like 2023 and had 0 sales. So we're like, okay, clearly there's not an interest for the shirts or like merchandise. One thing I would love though is I still would love to do some type of figure with Kudajira or something or the other monsters that we have. It's just the means to do so is so expensive and so time consuming and takes a lot of prep, and that's something that could take away time from the fan film. But there is, I don't want to say anything like in terms of names or more details because I don't want to give false information or like false hope. There is a place that I have my eye on that could potentially do something, but it would have to be many emails, many back and forth communication, and probably contracts flying back and forth, and who knows. But there is a place, a company that I think we could go to maybe, but it's
I would do it if it meant I could have one.
right.
I mean,
yeah. So
I
For
would
all
love
the
to-
Kudajira model's faults, it is very detailed, and I've always thought would make a great figure.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So in terms of merch, I mean, if something does come up, if I'm able to figure something out, you guys will definitely know about it, but I don't want to say anything and say like we want to do this. Like I don't want to announce something and say we're doing this and then all of a sudden for it to like fall through or it's not going to work. Like I don't want to get people excited about, because like a Kudajira figure that would be very, very exciting, right? And but I don't want it to be a thing where it's like, yeah, we're doing it, and then all of a sudden a couple months later, oh, sorry guys, we just didn't have the resources. Like I don't want to do that to you guys. So if we do it, the announcement or whatever it'll be will be like, if that does come out, it'll be a surefire thing then, because everything will be done prior to that, and then we'll make sure that happens. But it's something that I want. Trust me, I would love for a Kudajira figure to be made and probably like sold to people. So yeah, and it would
Uncle Pop.
yeah it would be also I mean, again, the certain company that I have in mind, it would be on the lines of like an X Plus style, where it would be a limited run and it would be like pre-order and then that's it. They'd be sold out. It wouldn't be like mass production of like, go get them at Toys R Us. Like no, so it'd be like a special collector item. But so yeah, DJC, I want that to be a thing. That is something that a dream, but not until I am for sure that is something we can do. Yeah. So, all right, we'll hold for one more question, and then I think we'll be good. So yeah, but things are going, guys. We're going. Yeah.
And if you guys ever want to see any more leaked storyboard panels, that's something I want to do, is just maybe take the most out of context zoomed in storyboard panel and then just post it in general in the Discord.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you guys think, but I think that'd be a fun thing to do.
We do have to kind of liven up the Discord. It's kind of dead, but
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Like obviously we're not doing a lot, so it's but
like there's just
trying
a
to-
flaw on the screen. Like
trying to
what the
figure
hell
out what
is
it
that
is
thing?
myself.
Are you trying to figure out? I'll tell you. Well, no, actually, I won't.
no, I won't. All right.
Hold on.
Okay. Give one more minute. No other questions. That'll be it. We will end it here.
All right.
Yep.
But
That's it.
for those of you who are active in the Discord, obviously in terms of updates on the channel itself are very sparse, but we are always active on Discord. So if you ever do want to get a hold of us, we are there. So you just got to add us and we'll, respond and stuff like that. Okay, DJC with the last question. Will there be any comics and video games from y'all that would be fun? Again, that's similar to the merch thing. I would love that. The closest thing I can say is I'm trying to get Goji Rex, the creator of Godzilla's Save Earth Melee. I am every time I talk to him, I'm trying to be like, I try to slip in, hey, can you get a Kudajira skin in on one of the characters? Like, he doesn't have to be an actual new character, because I know that's kind of impossible. But if he can be like a Godzilla skin, that would work perfectly. So he knows about it, but like every time I talk with him, I'm trying to like slide that in there, and I'm like, okay, maybe. So that's the closest thing we can get to a gaming related thing. But yeah, I would love to have like an actual game. Yeah. So. Okay,
Give me a
fine,
good
Godzilla
Godzilla game,
I
then
guess
we
you
don't
could.
need them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me,
alright,
give me
we'll get
something
to
good
that.
with up-to-date graphics and everything.
Here, Godzilla Reader, what do you guys think of this concept? A human girl receives the powers of a Godzilla species and uses to fight evil. That just sounds like an anime right there. Like, I feel that would be the best.
That sounds like
It sounds like
Kaiju
Kaiju
I'm not gonna lie.
number 8. Is it
It
Kaiju
sounds like
number
it.
8?
That sounds like
That
Kaiju number 8.
It is
Yeah.
kind of like Kaiju
Kaiju-
number 8, yeah.
Kaiju number 8 is fantastic.
Yeah.
Kaiju
Yes,
number
it
8
is.
is
I need to watch it.
dope.
Is
That
it
is
good?
like
It's
the
good?
great. That is like a good anime.
I saw the first
watch.
episode, and I've been
It's
meaning to
fun.
get back into it, So.
It's a really fun anime. I enjoy it
It
a lot.
is. It is.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. I think we're good. We covered everything. We're still alive. We're still doing things. Yeah, so just be excited for the future stuff. Again, The Rise most likely this year. And yeah, the fan film Godzilla Infinity is just we just can't wait to show more, but it's we don't want to what's the jump the gun,
Overpromise
so
or-
yeah, but it's gonna be good. So Kenshin Studios is still gonna be around, do not worry, it's not going anywhere. we're just cooking in the back. So that's what all the kids say, right? Let them cook.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that.
Let him cook.
Yeah. All right, well, that will do it for us. We appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you till the next meeting, whenever that'll be. So, all right, see you guys later.
Yeah.
See everyone.
Take care.